So first, let's pay homage to the lineage gurus, homage to the Venerable Monk Liao Ming, homage to Master Sakya Zengkong, homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa, and homage to Master Dupten Dorji, homage to the three jewels of the altar, and homage to the primordial Buddha, the Adharma Buddha, and homage to the emanated body, the Mahotara Heruka, and homage to the 100 peaceful and wrathful deities as reflected in the bright light of the mirrors. Homage to Mahotara Heruka. And all the 100 of peaceful and wrathful deities. Homage to Mahotara Heruka and the 100 of peaceful and wrathful deities. Simu, Tutan Siddhi Rinpoche, all Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma lecturers, Dharma assistants, directors of temples and chapters, and all disciples present here and over the internet. And our participating VIPs today are the Deputy Mayor of the Nantou County, Mr. Tsang, and the Nantou County Government Director of Civil Affairs, Ms. Wu, the Chief Secretary of the Taiwan Government, Mr. Tseng Pei-Fu, and Madam, from Academia Sinica, Professor Zhu Ziyi, and Madam, the Kaohsiung City Council, Ms. Xu Hui, and the Council from Tainan City, Mr. Tsai Wang-chuen, Two Buddha School Scholars Group and Medical Group, Law Advisors to the True Buddha Foundation, Ms. Jennifer Zhou, Zhongshan Medical College Affiliated Plastic Surgery Department, the head, Ms. Zheng, Dr. Zheng, from Hong Kong Chinese University, Professor Tam, and the representative of the Vice President of the Legislative Yuan, Ms. Chen, from Jingyi Enterprise General Manager, Ms. Zhang, from Vietnam, the Chongqing Company, the President, Ms. Zhang, the wood carving artist, Mr. Chen, and top 10 standing youth in Hong Kong, Mr. Ma, and the notable entertainer from Hong Kong, Taiwan, Mr. Huang, the executive director of Lai Suwang Foundation, the CEO, Mr. Lee, my university same classmate, the president of the Worldwide Lotus Light Charity Society, and the producers for the Great Perfection Dharma Heritage Exposition and Demonstration of Tantayana, Master Lien Yue, and the host, Ms. Pei Jun, and the host to Lamdre and Sutra Perfect Enlightenment, Master Lien Hai. Producers for Kenny and Sang Shinton, Ms. Rebecca Shiachi. My sister Lu Guoyin and her husband. And thank you to the Puming Center of Hong Kong for the donation of the 151,000 NT dollars. And to Dharma Brother Wen from Brunei, donation 100,000 NT dollars. And my brother Lin Dongzhan also for his donation of 100,000 NT dollars. And the Daxing Auction Center of Taipei, and also the Japan. Ma Sun Kong also for the donation of 100,000 NT dollars. Good afternoon, everyone. How do you do?
Good afternoon. Merci beaucoup, Deutsch. Saudi. Hola, amigo. Te quiero mucho. 스코인 이지간. 번호기. 先进入广告时间。
It's ad time.
下周4月29日星期一日，也就是
April 29th, tomorrow, at 3 p.m., His Holiness will be at the Uyghur International Conference Center organized by Tatung Culture. There would be some talks about the books, and then there would be banquet dinner afterwards. And after dinner, His Holiness will confer the empowerments for Mahabala and repurification. So this would be the last purification before Grandmaster returns to Seattle. And Tatung Culture will give all the ordained monks and nuns free dinner. So, but please register yourself. And also published by Tatung Culture, the latest book, The Home Base of Ghost, book number 269, are now available. And also welcome that you become members of the DB Boye. And now the 给你点上新灯 program. Now they have something new on the internet, and we like to ask Ms. Rebecca Shiachi to talk about it.
好，吃饭啦！
师尊，伟大的师母，母亲节快乐！各位上师，各位同门
Grandmaster and also 师母 the greatest mother of the world. A happy Mother's Day and good afternoon, everyone. And Grandmaster like to see beautiful ladies and journalists. And so here, I like to perform as a reporter. The Grandmaster is leaving for Seattle, going back to Seattle, and we can see him in person, attend the ceremony in person. Then Grandmaster gives us a gift, and you can you can join the APP of illuminating your heart. Then 给你点上心灯. Then in this APP, you may recite 高王观世音真经. Then there you can light any kind of color of a light as you wish. And also inside there, you may type any blessings you like to give to our Grandmaster. Like, Grandmaster, we're waiting for you to come back to Taiwan. Or, Grandmaster, we love you. So you can download the APP of Illuminating Your Heart, or iOS or Android. You may download it, and then you can show what you write on your iPhone, on your telephone. And once you recite 1,000 times of a High King Sutra, then you will know what magic will happen. So this is the gift that Grandmaster gives to us, and we sincerely hope that Grandmaster is healthy and Shimu is healthy too, and come back to Taiwan as soon as possible. So now, if you have your cell phone, you may download your APP of Illuminating Your Heart. The English inner lamp. So then you can use a cell phone to have the spiritual practice. Thank you.
那我再插播一个广告。这次回美国以后
Let me add one more ad.
United States,
Upon returning to Seattle, in Oakland, Northern California, I will conduct the Lu-Tian Dajiao, which is the Taoist grand ceremony. And this Lu-Tian Dajiao exists in Taoism. And in Buddhism, it would become the Damen San. It's similar to the Lu-Tian Dajiao of Taoism. And 7 sets of altar need to be set up. And the first one is for the 3 Qing lineage gurus, 元始天尊、太上老尊 and 通天教主. The 3 patriarchs. That's one altar. And the second one is the Yi Huang altar for the Jade Emperor. Yi Huang Da Tian Zhen Xian Ling Gao Sang Di's altar. And the next one, the third altar, is the altar for the Golden Mother, Yao Ci Jinmu. And the fourth altar, it's for the Dou Mu Xing Jun, which is Mariji. That's also one altar. And San Guan Da Di, San Yan San Pin San Guan Da Di, which is the heaven, earth, and water first altar. And then Tai Yi Zhen Ren altar, Tai Yi altar, That's special. And also the altar for all the heavenly beings, all the sages. So all the way from the patriarchs, San Qing Zu Si to Jade Emperor 玉皇大帝, Yao Ci Ji Mu, Dou Mu, and then San Guan, San Yan San Pin San Guan, and then Tai Yi Xing Jun, and then all the sages. So a total of 7 altars. And then we will recite innumerable sutras and to make innumerable offerings. Not just invoking all the deities to descend, and we make offerings to all the deities as well as all the spirits, including in the spirits in the nether world. So this is an unrestricted ceremony, and we have to do it for 7 times 7, 49 days, or at least 7 days. And for each of the altar, you need to recite the sutras about the Jade Emperor, about the Big Dipper, about all the heavenlies and the planetaries and golden mothers, the patriarchs. And you have to recite hundreds of sutras and a total of 7 altars. Over hundreds of sutras have to be recited. But this time in Oakland, California, we will complete it in 2 hours. Grandmaster and all the ordained monks will combine and cooperate. And in 2 hours, we will use all the power to invoke, starting from the Adharma Buddha, the primordial Buddha, all the way down to the 4 heavenly kings and all the heavenly beings. That's all the like the universal offerings, and all the spirits in the netherworld, including the hells, and especially invoke the 5 heads of the ghost. And then in the Siddhigarbha Sutra, there's also the chapter on all the kings of ghosts and all the sages and saints of all worlds. And I hope that all the ordained monks and nuns and the masters and the disciples will gather together and recite the Siddhigarbha Sutra as much as possible. Hundreds of times, Heart Sutras, Hiking Guanyin Sutras, to be recited hundreds of times or even more. A Two Buddha Sutra needs to be recited hundreds of times or more. And the mantras would have been recited at least hundreds of thousands of times or millions of times. I hope all of us would gather our power together and dedicate the merit for the ceremony so that it would help me a little bit during the ceremony. Actually, it's not completed in 2 hours. I have started from now, starting from this few days all the way till then. And then in 2 hours, I will perform the invocation. And most importantly is to invoke the Luo Tian, which is the universal heavens, because it's called the Luo Tian Da Jiao. And I would perform the grand offerings to offer to everything, everybody, all of them. So invocation offerings. So offering above to the 4 Sichli realms and below to the 6 rebirth realms. And the offerings of the sweet nectars of the mounds of rice. And all the precious items will be completed in that short time. So invocation, singing the verses, that's also most very important. And we have to sing the praises to the ghosts too. And we have to invite the hosts of the black banner or the black flag. And also have to invoke and sing praises to the burnt-faced king of ghosts. And then to all the ghosts and spirits. And I have to give Dharma teaching to them. And then talk about the key points. And then to invoke the Pure Land Trinity to perform Bhadra deliverance for them. And especially to all the spirits, we have to make them perform the threefold refuge, and also to perform the repurification to them, and the threefold refuge, and then to teach them how to cultivate spiritually. And lastly, after purifying them, then we send them off completely. And these all have to be completed in 2 hours. But I'm starting to do it even now. So by that time, it would be the conclusion in Auckland. Then I would conclude it. Someone offered a bat made from wood that's been stricken by thunder, and it's been 500 years old. So I will use it. So this thunderstruck wood is, as soon as you knock, you beat with it, then it's the same as the thunder in the sky. With one strike, there would be the sound of thunder in the sky that can be heard by all the ghosts and spirits. And all the ghosts, even in the hells, will hear and will come out and come to attend the ceremony. And as moreover, the ghosts from the home base at San Francisco. This is the only way. This was not my idea. It started with Master Lien Sung, the director of True Buddha Foundation. He told me that he wanted to perform this Luo Tian Da Jiao, and I thought, oh my gosh. See, the Luo Tian Da Jiao of Taoism, you have to set up 7 sets of altars and have been done by so many Taoist masters, and you have to break into all the hells, and all the kings of the ghosts have to lead all those ghosts to come up. It is unrestricted to all. And when the ghosts hear the sound of the strikes of the thunder-stricken wood, have to come. So Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva, all the messengers of hells, all the Yama kings, all the officers of the netherworld, they all have to come. They all have to be invited and come. So he gave me this huge problem to solve. So I've been doing it already, and I hope that all of you, especially the ordained monks and nuns, to help to recite all the sutras, the Gawang Sutra, Heart Sutra, Tribuddha Sutra, the Mahaprajna Paramita Sutra, Amitabha Sutra, all the sutras. You have to recite the sutras as much as possible, and then tell me the total numbers, and I will conclude it at that time. So Gawang Sutra, Heart Sutra, Tribuddha Sutra, Diamond Sutra, how many recitations have been done? And then the mantra recitations of all the deities. And you can report it on the tbsn.org. So by the power of the sutra recitation, mantra recitation, and then also all the deities, we combine all the power. Then we recite all the sutras and mantras for all the spirits. And then to perform the refuge for them, to let them abide by the 5 precepts. So all the evil ghosts will not intermingle or will not interfere with the sentient beings anymore, with the living beings. So I hope you register for this ceremony and that you participate in these activities. You either support by giving your help, efforts, or money. So if you please recite as much as you possible and dedicate the merit to the ceremony this time in Oakland on June 30th in Oakland, California. So today I will use the fastest way. Mahatara Heruka has been transmitted at the ceremonies organized by Zhongguan chapter. And Mahatara Heruka was emanated by the primordial Buddha, Adharma Buddha. So he has 21 faces, 42 arms, and 8 feet. And each of the hands are holding mirrors, 100 of them, both peaceful and wrathful, and half smiling and half wrathful deities. Peaceful deities are the compassionate ones, and the wrathful deities are the fierce or terrifying one. And the half smiling, half wrathful deities, a total 108 or 114, but we just call them hundreds of peaceful and wrathful deities. And among them, the peaceful deities are the Adharma Buddha and his Buddha mother, and the 5 Dhyani Buddhas and the Buddha mothers, the 8 great Bodhisattvas and the Bodhisattva mothers, the 4 wisdom kings and consorts, the 6 munis, and the Mahatara's consort has 9 faces, 18 arms, and 4 feet. And 42 42 peaceful deities and 58 wrathful deities. So when Mahotara emanated, there is the wrathful male deity and wrathful female deity. So father and mother deities. And Mahotara has many heads, many arms, many mirrors, and many lights. He's holding bright mirrors with 42 peaceful deities and 58 wrathful deities, and the four guardian Dakinis, and the 4 half smiling, half wrathful deities. So a total of 108 deities. And the mantra, so Om Guru Lien Sung Siddhi Hom symbolizes the fact that Grandmaster Lu transmitted the Dharma practice of Mahotara Heruka. He was one of the 5 great Heruka Tantra of Tibetan Tantrayana. The earliest one is Hevajra, and then Chakra Samvara, Yamantaka, Guya Samaya, Mahotara, or Mahamaya. So these are the 5 great Herukas for the 5 Heruka Tantra. And then later on, in Tibetan Tantrayana, they replaced Mahotara with Kalachakra. So in the 5 Heruka practices include Hevajra, Chakrasamvara, Kuyasamaya, Yamantaka, and Mahotara. And then there's some people that use Hevajra, Chakrasamvara, Yamantaka, Kuyasamaya, and Kalachakra. So either way, they're all fine. And Mahotara Heruka mudra is like this. This is the mudra. Like a pyramid, one point at the tip, at the top. That's the mudra for Mahotara. And with the mudra, mantra, and image of Mahotara, then it would comprise of a practice procedure. It's called a deity yoga. So by doing this practice, you would gain spiritual union or yogic response with Mahotara. And his Vajra name, the most important one, is the whole body eyes Vajra. Because there are eyes all over his body. One eye here at the brow point, and then behind, and they're looking at each other. One eye at the left ear, one eye at the right ear, and they're looking at each other. One eye at the top of the crown and one at the base chakra, and these 2 eyes are looking at each other. And one at the right shoulder, one at the left shoulder, looking at each other. And eventually, at each of the skin pore, there's an eye. So, and in each cell, there's also an eye. And at this time, you would become Mahotara Heruka. Then you would be able to merge into the primordial Buddha, and you can be in union with the utmost consciousness. Of course, this will take a long time to practice it. So now let's read on Lamdre. So the whole book on Lamdre is about spiritual cultivation. It's about the practice procedures from the beginning of the practice or the pre-practice to the main practice and then to the ending of the practice. And the most important statement is to enter into meditation, to enter into samadhi. This is most important. In our Buddha Dharma studies, most importantly, we have to be focused in concentration. That would be the yoga of concentration. What is that? Can you be focused? It's very difficult for ordinary people. It's very difficult. Even for the short sutra of Hiking Guan Yin Sutra, very short. Can you guarantee that you can chant it from beginning to end with full concentration? You know, it's not possible even for Grandmaster. Just for that short Hiking Guan Yin Sutra, to recite it from beginning to the end, and perhaps you have kind of a slip into your mind, some part of it in the middle, and you have forgotten why, because there's a thought entering into your mind. Grandmaster may have been thinking about the Luo Tian Da Jiao, but you're chanting the Hiking Sutra. Why are you thinking about the Luo Tian Da Jiao? That's like the battles between the thoughts. So when you recite the Hiking Guan Yin Sutra, then there would be one Buddha's name after another Buddha's name, after another Buddha's name, or Bodhisattva's name after Bodhisattva's name. Why are you thinking about Luo Tian Da Jiao, about the Bardo deliverance? So sometimes you recite the Hiking Guan Yin Sutra, all of a sudden something has become fuzzy up. Why? Because you thought about that really cute eating. So even my mouth is still chanting the sutra, but I was thinking of eating. So it's really difficult to be in full concentration in reciting even just one sutra. Moreover, the running thoughts of people. How much of them? I would think about, which phone call I have to make, and I have to make the phone call secretly, avoiding Simu's eye. Nice. So pitiful sentient beings, pitiful me. I have to think of the sentient beings too. I have to think of all the masters. And I have to think of all the Dharma educators. She's not here today? So she's not here, so I have to make a note of her. This is the last ceremony. And you still want me to go to the Huangdi, the Yellow Emperor Temple for ceremonies, and you don't even come to attend my last ceremony? You have to come for my first and last ceremonies at least. I catch you. So she's gone to Malaysia to But you keep those disciples in Malaysia instead. They could have come here to Taiwan instead. But you hold them down there because you're performing ceremony there. And she's told me, but I forgot. So that's okay. That's fine. It's okay for Dharma masters and Dharma educators to propagate Buddha Dharma outside because it's their responsibilities. But today, let's talk about Lamdre. Lamdre is the biggest sadhana. So there's the 9 postures. The purification and antidote of the body is the Taha Dosan. So the great ha shaking of the body. You move your head, your arms, your legs, and you shake your whole body to make the qi and the channels to open smoothly. And to purify and counterbalance the speech is to shut up. Close your mouth. And Reverend Lili never speaks. And another reference is to stop eating. She doesn't eat the food of the restaurants. This is not a reference. It's not none. They're very, very eccentric, I guess. Because Reverend Lily never speaks because we would feel like she's angry. Everybody speaks and she closes her eyes and just never speaks. That's how she looks. Then Honey just looking at the food. She doesn't eat. And then she walks around and then she sits again and look at the food. So that's the restriction of the mouth. So if you don't speak, then you don't create the speech karma. Why do you create speech karma when you talk? Because you talk about other people behind their backs. And of course, how can you not talk about other people? Can you not gossip? No, you can't. Why? Because you can't control yourself. So why don't you just close your mouth and chant more instead? That's the purification of the speech. And the purification of the mind is don't think about anything. Then that's the purified mind. Because whatever you think, they're all just topsy-turvy and convoluted, and it's all horrible, chaotic stuff. So it's written in the sutra that any other thought, any thought that arises is karma. It creates karma. So this is very important. This is a great statement. Once you purified your mind, then the consciousness of the Tathagata can enter into your body. Who says that the mind can be purified, that you have no thoughts whatsoever? Then your spirit, your energy will be regenerated, and all the Dharma flow, the lineage flow will enter into your body. The great Dharma flow will enter into your body, and your spirit state will improve. It's very simple. If you have no thoughts whatsoever, then your spirit state will rise. So this is how you purify your body, speech, and mind. When your mind doesn't think of anything anymore, that's called entering into samadhi. That you have received the consciousness of the universe into your body, and all the Dharma flow has entered into your body. At this time, you would be able to hear Buddha's sound and to see the Buddha's image. This is the simplest one. As soon as you purified your body, speech, and mind, once you have pure mind, then your speech is pure and your body is pure. Once you have a pure mind, then the Dharma flow and the consciousness of the universe will enter into your body, and at this time all your karma will be eradicated. When you don't think of anything at all, that's entering into samadhi. That's deep samadhi. That's written in the Heart Sutra. Quan Zizai Bodhisattva, Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, when he went into deep penetration, which is deep paramita, which is he did not think of anything at all. When he's into deep samadhi, he observed that everything, that the five aggregates are empty. There are no more five aggregates. So perceptions, thoughts, volitions, actions, perceptions, they're all empty. And if you read on, that the sutra includes all the realms of enlightenments and samadhi. And the Mahaprajnaparamita Sutra condensed to become the Diamond Sutra, and then condensed again to become the Heart Sutra. And it is all about the prajna, Dharma flow entering into your body, and then you gain enlightenment from it, and from then on, all the channels and chakras inside your body are turning, and from your skin pores, all the bright light is emitted, and you would gain attainments naturally. The whole book of Lamdre is talking about this, about methods or practices, how to empty yourself, to enter into samadhi, and to be in union with the Dharma flow of the universe. The whole book is about this, and this is the key point. So other than the three purifications and antidotes, there are also the three key formulas or key points. And for the body is the 7 postures of the lotus position. So you don't have to be in double lotus position. You can also sit in your desired position or upright, but you cannot lean to the back or to the wall or to the back. And importantly, the spine has to be upright so that the central channel is straight and the head slightly down to press on the Adam's apple. The eyes gazing at the tip of the nose is to teach you to focus. The tip of the tongue touching the upper palate. The lips and teeth closed. So this is the key point of the body. It's like the walls and the beams of the building. So sit upright. The spine is straight. Don't lean on the wall or at the back. And the chin is slightly tucked in. The 2 eyes looking at the tip of the brow point, looking up at the body chakra, the 1,000-petal lotus blossom, the tip of the tongue touching the upper palate, and then exhale completely the upper chi, and then lift up the lower chi, and you need to lift up the anus and also to pull in your abdomen. The military man would know how to pull in the abdomen. You have to do this. So the key points for the body. If you do this frequently, then you would be non-leaking. If you do this frequently, then you would succeed or you have attainments in the non-leaking. So the two eyes looking up to the brow point and pull in, tuck in your chin. Exhale your upper chi. Pull up your lower chi. Lift up your anus. Pull in your abdomen. And the tip of the tongue touching the upper palate. If you do this often, then you would succeed in the non-leaking practice. I will also mention it in the future. The key point number 2 is you exhale from the nose 3 times. That's so all the toxic energy, all the dirty food that you ate, and all the PM 2.5 or PM 50, you exhale them all out. Really fiercely. Exhale it. That's the key formula for the mouth. Is to like sweeping and cleaning the dirt from the house. And you have to exhale from the nose, not like I just did from the mouth. That's not right. But the nose grits maybe spit out this way. You have to use your nose to exhale completely 3 times to expel all the contaminants, the impurities from the body. And this is the key point for the mouth. And then for the mind, this is most important, is to open, to expand, to open your heart and expand your mind and be at ease. If you can do this, then you're a sage. So you have to wide open and reach all directions. Can humans' heart like this? No, human hearts is very selfish and filled with desires. Inside your heart. So what is the key point for the mind? That's about the thoughts. You can't see with your eyes all the beauties, otherwise you would think about it even in your dream. And you cannot hear all the tempting sound. Oh, I keep saying it's hard. The song, like the song. This is a song about the seaweed, but asking where, my loved one, where are you? So this is your mind, your heart. You know, how can it be at ease and open and wide? So you loosen up your clothes, you sit down, you don't think of anything, you reach all directions, the 10 realms of the Dharma realms. No more mind, no more heart, and you have forgotten about all thoughts. If you can do this every day, you practice this way, that would be wonderful. So this is for your pre-practice, for the purifications and antidotes. Just now was purifications and antidotes, and now it's for the key points for the body, speech, and mind. And this is for the mind, extremely important. So you're like a plate of seaweed. You float following the waves. And the waves are happy and free. When the mind is wide open, there's no good, no bad, no evil, no virtues, no waves, and also no freedom. So if your mind is like the seaweeds, keep moving all the time, how can it stop? That's free and happy. That's how human beings are. But when you start your mind training, your spiritual cultivation, as what he said here, you exhaled all your breath from your body. That's for the mouth. And then put down your heart and let your mind be wide open. And you have to sit in the 7 postures of the lotus position. That's for the body. So these are the key formulas for the spiritual cultivation. And this is only for the practice or the beginning of the practice. This is very important about Lamdre today. So the purification and counterbalance for the body, speech, and mind, and the 3 key points of the body, speech, and mind. So I use the simplest way to teach you. Actually, only this beginning of practice, only this pre-practice already very difficult. Moreover, the main practice, right? What time is it now? 6:58. So is it okay, Simu? We are hungry. But I'm not hungry. Something interesting. I never feel hungry. Never feel hungry. Even here now at 7 or 8, I still don't feel hungry. Why do I need to eat? It's best not to eat when you don't feel hungry. But when I don't eat, then become skinny. I would lose some weight. Then I would feel like a skeleton seated here. So I have to maintain my figure so that my face is fuller. So for dinner invitations lately, they all know that I don't eat much. So, Master Lianxing, you offered the most food to us, and the best kind of food. How much do you spend for one person the other day? Huh? Over 10,000. How much? 18. So 130,000 NT dollars for about 24 people. 24, about two tables. So I'm always very happy whenever she's making offering, but I'm full already with the first 3 dishes. So Master Lianxing is a good master. It's good that you show up here because and therefore. I don't eat much. I can control my eating. I just eat whenever I want. And sometimes I also talk behind people's back. That's not good. I would create speech karma. And I would also talk about the society, about the economy, and some politics. That's not good. So I should not speak as much. And I should purify my mind too. Should not keep thinking of eating or li qi or li qian. Should not think about those little ghosts. I should have thought about the bigger ghost. So we should have a wide open heart and pure mind and not create so much speech karma, and the body has to be in the 7 postures of the lotus position. And in breathing, you have to exhale all the impurities from your body and breathe in the pure, clean air. And it's best if you go back to Seattle because there's no clean air in Taiwan. It's orange or red. So it's like in the toxic, it's like in the poisonous chamber. So I'm going back to Seattle, and I hope when I come back again, the air is clean and pure and no more PM 2.5. That's my only request. It doesn't matter what the economy is or what the politics is or the government is, that I don't care. But all I request is the clean and pure air. And that only exists in Seattle. Yes. And I hope you all come to Seattle. I welcome you all. When you get visas at the consulates, tell them, my teacher, my guru is having a birthday celebration. I want to go there to celebrate with him. Just tell them that. I will help the economy of America because I'm traveling there and I want to celebrate my guru's birthday celebration. And if the consulates don't approve your visa applications, then you can ask Mahotara Heruka to take care of them. Take care of it. No, no, not really. No, just kidding. However, see, my guru is in America, and I want to go to America to celebrate his birthday. Most consuls would approve. If they don't, then maybe it's time for them to get out, because it makes sense, right? I have good reasons, and if the councils don't approve, then they're the one being unreasonable. My guru is in America, and there's his birthday celebration, so we are going there to celebrate his birthday. So if he doesn't approve your visa application, then you can just curse on him. If they say something, just tell them, my guru taught me to say this.